You are capable of so much more than you realize. You haven't even reached a tenth of your potential. There is so much more out there if you are willing to push through the resistance and do the hard work to achieve it. That was the idea that I had on my walk here today. Because I gotta be honest with you, today was the first day that I was this close to not coming on the walk. That would have broken the streak that I've had for 6 months, going every single day. I would have broke that, but I didn't. But it was hard. I honestly wanted to quit. I wanted to say, like, you know what, screw it. Because guess what? If you look around, do you see how much snow is around? In the last 3 days, we've had about 3 feet of snow here. It's been insane, nonstop. It finally stopped snowing, right? Now it's sunny out. It's been snowing like crazy. The amount of times I had to go shovel the driveway. And so I'm there at home, feeling comfortable. I look outside and I'm like, I don't know if I want to go out. I don't know if I feel like doing it today. And it was tough. And I said, oh man, I gotta do it. I gotta maintain my consistency. Yes, it's gonna be hard, but I'm gonna feel so much better as a result. And it's true. I came here and I'm feeling amazing right now. I'm so glad that I came. But you know the other thing that I realized? It wasn't as hard as I thought either. Because look, right now, I'm literally standing in 3 feet of snow, but I'm actually a foot off the ground. That's how much snow there actually is. And I thought when I was at home, how am I going to even be able to make it through the snow? Like, how am I going to be able to walk through? But there was trails. People had already come out here. There were other people who had footsteps. So I just had to follow in them, like literally, right? And I was thinking, I'm like, think about how many other people would never do that. They would just not be willing to do it. They would immediately just say, I can't do that. That's the mindset that they have. But now there's other people, and I can actually see it. Based on the footprints that were here, that weren't mine, other people had already taken the step. They had already come on this walk. They weren't willing to settle. They did it anyways. They pushed through the resistance. You see, they trudged through the snow. But most people will never do that. Even if they have the encouragement of other people, it's their own mindset that's stopping them. And it was the same thing for me. I was feeling the same way this morning, saying, do I really want to come on this walk? Do I really want to push through? Is it important enough? Of course, because I'm here, you can now see, yes, it was, right? But it took me a while to get to that point. Yes, I wanted to maintain the consistency. Yes, I wanted the benefit of doing the walk and continuing with it, but it was tough. And I had a lot of resistance. I had a lot of excuses in my mind. And that's the problem. See, these things will come up. These kind of ideas are going to come up in your mind, and you're not going to be able to see them for what they are sometimes. You just see them as the truth. But you see, those aren't the truth. That's just excuses. When you notice them and you see them as an excuse, you can say, okay, you know what? I see it for what it is, and I'm not going to listen to it. Like I said, you could have motivation from other people. People could encourage you to do it, and yet still your own mind is telling you, don't do it. You can't do it. Don't listen to that voice. That voice will keep you trapped forever. And I'm not talking about just for you to go on a walk, right? You have these kind of thoughts, these limiting beliefs that are holding you back from doing the things that you really want. And I started this video by saying that you're capable of so much more, because that is absolutely true. That's true of myself as well. I've realized it recently, just how much more that I have been able to do in a day, how much more I've been able to achieve, not through willpower. You see, because willpower is a fleeting feeling. It's like you have to push through, but you're not using motivation, right? Motivation comes from the real resource inside of your mind called dopamine. That's real motivation. Willpower, that's completely different. And you'll never be able to push through long term using willpower. What I've been doing recently is getting my mind back on track, because I've reset my dopamine by doing a detox, which I've spoken about in the past. Basically, you just get rid of all distractions, all overstimulating activities. That way that your mind has reset and you're able to focus on what's at hand, whatever task you want to achieve, whatever goals you want to achieve, right? Until you get to that point, you're just running around in circles and you're stuck. So I finally got to this point and I've realized just how much more I'm capable of, how much more potential I have within me. And it was there all along, but I just had these things that were holding me back. When you can recognize what's holding you back, the excuses, the limiting beliefs, and the actual things like overstimulating activities like video games and weed and porn and junk food, all of these things, when you realize those are the things that are holding you back, you cut them out. And now you're actually able to achieve your potential. It's like right now, you're trying to achieve whatever goals that you have set for yourself, right? But you've got a ball and chain to your leg, and you're trying to climb a mountain. Wouldn't it make more sense to just take the ball off rather than trying to pick it up and run with you? What are you holding it for? You don't need it. You don't need it. That's why I say you have so much more potential than you realize. But if you don't even notice that you have this ball and chain to your leg, and you're just running and you're trying to push through, you have another obstacle to overcome outside of what other things come in your life. Like for example, this snowfall, right? That's an obstacle that I have to overcome. But imagine if now I have even more obstacles that I have absolute control over, and I'm allowing those to dictate how much I'm able to achieve in a day. You see what I'm saying? I hope this is making sense to you, because it's only once you remove these things that you're able to finally achieve the things that you want. You think that you could still hold on to these obstacles because you don't see them as obstacles. You don't see them as distractions yet, right? You see them still as like forms of entertainment and pleasure. But that's all it is. It's just stimulation. It's never going to fulfill you. You know what's going to fulfill you? Achieving the goals that you want. Because you know what they are. You know what you really want. But something's been holding you back, and I'm telling you, this is what it is. That's why I've been able to come on this walk today. That's why I'm able to share this message here with you right now. Because if I didn't realize that I had more potential than I was giving myself credit for, I wouldn't have even come here today. I would have let the resistance hold me back, and I would have just stayed home, right? Because obviously I could record these videos anywhere. Like in the future, I probably will. But right now, I'm keeping up the momentum because I enjoy this. I enjoy going on a walk. As hard as it could be sometimes in the moment, I enjoy doing it ultimately. And I enjoy sharing this message here with you. That's why I share what I do, right? So I just want you to think about this today. I want you to realize that you are capable of so much more than you're currently giving yourself credit for. But you have to be willing to get rid of the things that are holding you back. Find out what they are for you. You know what they are. But don't dismiss them, right? You know what they are. Whatever that one thing was that just came in your mind that you're like, okay, yeah, I'll try and cut out these things, but this one, I don't know if I could do. That's the one that you need to cut out the most. Cut it out. Because it's only at that point that you remove the ball and chain, and now you can walk. Now you can climb the mountain. Now you can achieve your goals. I hope this video was helpful for you. If you liked it, give it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you want, and I'll see you in the next one.